With 6 weeks left in the regular season, the Green and Gold know how important it is for this team to get rolling again. The A's look like they're headed back in the right direction after winning their first home series in August. The A's shined this weekend, taking 2 out of 3 from the Cleveland Indians. Tonight, it does not get any easier in the East Bay. The Mariners arrive from Texas, where they helped the A's by winning 2 of 3 from the division-leading Rangers. With nothing to play for, the Mariners look to play the spoiler role. The A's have to worry, as the team from the Emerald City has had their number this season. Game 1 of 3. A's Mariners next.
The homestand continues, and it is the Seattle Mariners in town. Mariners have been tough on the A's this year. They've won 8 of the 13 games played. A's will try to change that tonight. It's the first of a 3-game series, the Mariners and the Athletics, and it's coming up right here on Comcast Sportsnet, California. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Oakland A's Baseball, along with Ray Fossey. I'm Glenn Kuiper. Tonight, Jared Parker goes to the mound, and Ray, he's coming off really one of the best starts of his career. He pitched into the 9th inning. Unfortunately, got a no decision.
Well, he just made one bad pitch. That was Chris Carter trying to go a fastball inside. But when you can pitch into the 9th inning as he did, and the one thing Bob Melvin said, 97 pitches total, so as a result of his low pitch count, because he pitched so effectively, he was able to go out for the 9th inning, even though the A's would end up losing it a little bit later. But he's pitching well because in most cases he's throwing the changeup early in his start. Good fastball, mixing very, very nicely, and I think showing a lot of confidence every time he takes them out.
Now, one of the feel-good stories around baseball this year is the play of Raul Ibanez. He turned 41 years old in the month of June, and he's got 25 home runs, and he has been tough on the A's this year.
You think the Yankees would like to still have him in their lineup with the short porch in right field, but Raul Ibanez, I've never seen a young man who works as hard as he does. And yes, young, but he's in his 40s, but he plays hard. Jared Parker, he had a lot of success against him up in Seattle. Remember, early part of the season, he struggled. Then all of a sudden, he started to hit home runs. He continued to hit them. 25 for a 40-plus-year-old player. Just a remarkable player. And again, I think a lot of clubs would love to have him.
You ain't lying, and he's closing in on a milestone. He's got 296 career home runs. So Parker and Aaron Harang is your pitching matchup for Game 1 of this 3-game series. A's trying to finish up the homestand on a winning note before big lineups and first pitch when we come back.
California, is brought to you by Jack in the Box. Go big at a participating Jack in the Box with Jack's really big chicken sandwich combos for only $3.99 plus tax.
A's and the Mariners tonight from the O.co Coliseum, the first of a 3-game series. You see Coco Crisp, he's back in the lineup, so that's good news for the Athletics wearing the green tops tonight. They will send Jared Parker to the mound. So, back within the American League Western Division for the A's the next 3 games. Game time weather presented by the Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk. Get to the beach, the admission-free boardwalk is now open daily. 69 degrees and a bit breezier tonight than most nights. So,
go out the East Bay, it's warmer too.
It was a lot warmer. Cooled off in a hurry.
Nice weather. This is very, very comfortable weather, and sure the Mariners, after being in Arlington, Texas on the weekend, had to be thinking this is God's country here now with this weather. Of course, they have it up in the Northwest.
Let's look at the lineup tonight for those Seattle Mariners. Brad Miller, the shortstop, will lead things off. Nick Franklin's a switch hitter. He'll be at second. Kyle Seager, another fine season for the third baseman. Kendrys Morales is the DH. Raul Ibanez in left. Justin Smoke, he's a hot hitter. He's at first. And then Saunders Ackley, that's Dustin Ackley now playing center field. And Humberto Quintero is the catcher.
And Jared Parker, as we have details, he's been pitching great. 6-game winning streak. He's not lost since May the 22nd. He has allowed 18 home runs, 1 in his last start with Chris Carter. Fastball mislocated location inside, but 8-game winner, considering where he started that 6-game winning streak, looks very big for him. So I'd like to continue and pitch well against the Mariners, a team that's had their number against the Athletics.
A's defensively have Cespedes at left, Crisp in center, Reddick in right, Donaldson at third, Lowry at short, Sogard at second, Moss at first, and Stephen Vogt is the catcher. So Vogt's throw heads down to second base, and we're ready for baseball. The A's, the final series of a 9-game homestand. The Mariners, the final series of a 9-game road trip. The A's are 3-3 on the homestand. The Mariners are 3-3 on the road trip. There's your umpires. It's Eric Cooper calling balls and strikes tonight. The A's are ready to head out. The Mariners are ready to head home after this series. So a night game tomorrow, day game on Wednesday, and that'll be it for this series. First pitch to Brad Miller is looped into very shallow left field, and it's going to fall. Lowry went out, Cespedes came in, and the first pitch of the game is blooped into left field for a base hit.
First pitch, 7-0.
Well, it was a flare, and unfortunately for the A's, as the fastball outside corner, not a bad pitch by Jared Parker.
Second baseman,
just lofted in the outfield, and really looked like the only possibility was Jed Lowry going out. Cespedes charged in, could not get to it. Not a good way to start the game, especially after a pretty good pitch.
Here's Nick Franklin. Miller runs, swing and a miss. Vogt's throw is in time, and he got him. So Stephen Vogt continues to just throw people out at second base and made a nice throw, and that's out number 1.
But it has been unbelievable. The footwork, great jump by the leadoff hitters. Looking back, hit and run that was missed by Franklin, and Stephen Vogt, not only quick feet, but a very accurate throw. Got rid of it very quickly and right on the money to Jed Lowry, who took it right in front of the bag with a head-first slide, and that quickly after a flare to the outfield, caught stealing, and back in the dugout. He said, I got a great jump. What happened? They talk about the quickness in which a catcher can get rid of the ball and get it to second base. Stephen Vogt said that Darren Bush, who puts the clock on the catchers, said that he was about 1.718. And if you're around 2, it's great. But he has been outstanding, and just look at the quickness in which he gets rid of the ball, and you can understand why.
So 1-2 to Nick Franklin, the switch hitting second baseman. Saw him earlier this year, and he had a good series against the A's, but he's been struggling the last month and a half or so. And he went around. Pitch was up and away, and that's a strikeout for Parker. 2 outs.
Well, it looked like he was sitting soft, but got a fastball and started late and could not hold up his swing, and that's why the home plate umpire made the call with that swing, and he definitely went too far through the ball. And
acting manager is Robbie Thompson. So he's been there for a while now, with Eric Wedge still on the disabled list. So.
Well, let's hope, because when the Mariners do go home, Eric Wedge is supposed to be back in uniform on Friday when the Mariners do return to Safeco Field. But it sounds like that he's going to gradually get back into it. Robbie Thompson, and of course Carl Willis, is outstanding pitching coach, probably will continue, and we hope the best for Eric Wedge. Still a very young man, very young manager in baseball. Cleveland and now Seattle. Robbie Thompson, longtime second baseman, bench coach also, and getting a chance to manage. Realizing, Kite, just what the difference is between a bench coach and a manager.
You can only imagine.
Yeah. Teammate with the team across the Giants. Robbie is second baseman of the Giants his entire career. Stands like a manager.
The arm fold. There's an art to it.
Every time I see Robbie Thompson, where's your partner? Where's Kite?
That's right. I play hard to get with Robbie a little bit. He's busier now than he was the last time we saw him.
Oh, he is busy. And that's another part about realizing what it's like to be a manager. A bench coach, he knows that the manager, Eric Wedge, gets the attention, the media attention. But now, I think around 5 o'clock, Robbie meets the media in the bench, on the bench, and they ask an array of questions.
Changeup, and a good one, and a couple of strikeouts for Parker in the first inning. Bottom of the first coming up, no score. That lineup, Coco Crisp is back in there. That's good news. He's in center field. Lowry at short, Reddick and right. Then Cespedes, Moss, Donaldson, Callaspo, Vogt, and Sogard. There's your Oakland A's starting lineup.
And a former member of the Oakland A's back in the early 2000s won Aaron Harang. Debut here in 2002 against the Tampa Bay Devil Rays at the time. But Aaron Harang picked up from the Rockies early in the season. Been with the Dodgers, Cincinnati, of course, where he was traded. But a very good pitcher and an assortment of pitches. And you just watch his left hand, watch the glove hand, because the deception a lot of times is the glove hand and the way he kind of throws it, flaps it towards the hitter, and makes it a little bit difficult for a hitter to pick up the baseball.
Coco hitting .249 with 10 homers, 40 RBIs.
Great to see him back, and let's just hope he can stay healthy in the remainder of the season. He's playing game 124.
That one is line foul. So 38 games left after tonight for the A's. They're 70-53.
Again, watch the glove hand. He'll put it straight out and then kind of pull it down and flap it right there. And it's just something about what he does. It's that uncharacteristic. Pitchers don't do it, but hitters have a tendency to watch that, and then all of a sudden the ball is on top of them.
And it flies out in front of the pitch.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's he's always done it. And hitters have talked about, well, it's just hard not to concentrate on what he's doing with the glove.
That one flipped toward left field. Ibanez is under it. He's got it. So that is out number 1. So the A's come in a half game behind the Texas Rangers in the AL West, but the Rangers are just blowing out the Astros tonight. It's 14-1 in the 6th inning. That's the first of a 3-game series between the Astros and the Rangers. So Texas, what did they have in 1 inning? 11?
11, yeah.
So they had an 11-run inning. So,
well, we'll just listen to our good friend Shooty Babbitt and not pay any attention to the out-of-town scoreboard tonight.
Tonight is not a good night to watch the score.
Except with the camera shots that Tommy Anza puts up there, you're going to see the 14 and just have to realize that football season started, but that's not the Cowboys.
No.
That would be the Rangers. Their home park right next to the big Cowboy Stadium. So what are they? There's a team in Houston still?
Oh, yeah.
What are they called?
Oh, yeah. Texans.
Texans. But the Houston Oilers went where?
Yeah.
Where do they go?
They are now the Tennessee Titans.
Thank you. I knew I could defer to you because you know all that.
Saunders coming in right field. He's got it. And that's out number 1. So Lowry is retired, and that's out number 2 for Reddick.
93rd, right fielder, number 16, Josh Reddick.
The A's this year against the Astros are 12-3. The Rangers this year against the Astros are 11-2. So both those teams have done what they've needed to do against an Astros team that has the worst record in the American League. But they're pouring it on tonight, the Rangers.
Maybe got a little upset with the Mariners beating them 2 out of 3 over the weekend, and one of those wins.
That'd be true.
Actually, the only loss was a game in which Felix Hernandez pitched. That probably was the biggest shock. Chuck Armstrong, the president, he said nobody would have thought, if you look at the matchups, it was Perez against Darvish, and ended up winning.
One and 1 to Reddick, hitting .217 with 10 home runs. Flips this one down the left field line, but it'll drop right near the A's bullpen. Hold on.
Did not miss a beat with the food. The nachos stayed intact. That's great work.
So the cheese stayed, the sauce stayed, the chips stayed.
And watch it, just reaches up, grabs it, levels. I mean, the nachos did not move.
That was impressive.
That was. Got a rubbed up baseball. You know, all he has to do is remember Mikey Thaumann just rubbed up the baseball. He just gets early in the game, so all those pearls have been rubbed up. Mikey spends a lot of time doing that.
Curveball that hung for Reddick. He fouled it back. There's a big series going on in the American League East. Starting tonight, it's the Rays and the Orioles. It's a 3-game set. Rays leading 4-3 in the 8th inning, and those two teams also in that American League wild card chase. Swing and a miss by Reddick. So Harang has a 3-up, 3-down inning, and we're scoreless after 1 at the Coliseum. Mariners' record is 57-66. So they're thinking get to the 500 mark, which they'll have to have a very strong final month and a half of the season. Morales towards center field. Coco's coming in, but he's going to play it on a hop. So Kendrys Morales off the end of the bat has leadoff single here in the second inning. And that gets us to our Ford Wright choice yesterday. Some defense by the A's. Cespedes throws out Swisher. And then that was in the 7th inning. And watch the play by Chris Young in the 8th inning. When he got back, reached up, made the catch, and those are the highlights from yesterday, but really the whole weekend the A's played very good defense. And they won 2 out of 3.
I think Jared Parker, as all pitchers, would appreciate the great defense, and what Cespedes did, Young did. I mean, it's just phenomenal. Reddick has already done it many times, did it over the weekend. But I think the biggest thing is that the pitchers appreciate that because they know pitching and defense is going to help them win a lot of games. Because the offense is really not clicked in where the offense knows they are capable and what they're capable of doing. That man knows right there, Raul Bañez with 25 home runs.
Yeah, 4 of those have come against the A's, so we've witnessed it. Raul Ibanez.
Kendrys Morales led off the inning with a base hit. And Brandon Moss is playing 10 feet behind him. And starting to move in a little bit, but he is not holding him on. And will get back to position even before Jared Parker gets the sign. So that's what they're thinking about Morales, that he is not going to be running. And I would say they're exactly right.
Justin Smoak will be next. 4 homers, 10 RBIs in 10 games for Ibanez against the A's this year.
He is a pull hitter, and the A's are playing him that way accordingly.
And he rolls that one towards second. Sogard has it out at second, and that's a double play. So the count was 3-0. Parker got a strike, and then he gets the big double play, and just like that, 2 outs.
And Raul Bañez has hit 25 home runs for a reason. It's because he pulls them, and that's why he rolled over on this 3-1 pitch perfectly. Set up for the double play, the 4-6-3, although Bañez made it a little bit closer because of his hustle down the line, but easily getting Morales at second. And fortunately, he did try to pull the 3-1 outside fastball.
So here's Justin Smoak. Smoak had a good rip at that one, fouled it straight back. 16 ground ball double plays induced by Parker.
And just like we talked about with the outfield defense, now we're talking catcher Stephen Vogt throwing out Miller on the hit and run, busted, and now double play turned.
Lowry playing to the right of second base on the shift, throws out Smoak, side retired. Bottom of the second coming up. Pro be a hero. Bottom of the second inning from the Coliseum, no score. The A's and the Mariners. So Cespedes to lead it off, followed by Moss and Donaldson in. The first pitch from Aaron Harang in first strike.
Aaron Harang does not throw especially hard, but he has an assortment of pitches, and that one just moved a little bit away from Cespedes, and that one a little bit more with the breaking ball.
Saunders has it, and that's out number one.
Aaron Harang is listed as a fly ball pitcher, and he is 3 of the 4 outs in the air.
First baseman, number 37.
Fortunate for the A's, the 3 fly balls have not really been hit that hard. Fastball, slider, an occasional curveball, changeup, and cutter. The cutter was the first pitch to Cespedes, and then the slider.
First pitch to Moss is in first strike. Aaron Harang was in Oakland A for a little while. I think he made his major league debut in 2002.
Yes, he did. 7 shutout innings.
Originally selected by the Texas Rangers. That one hit hard and into right field, and that's a base hit for Moss. So here's our true story brought to you by McDonald's. Here it is, Ray. May 25th, 2002. And it is the major league debut. 7 shutout innings with 10 strikeouts for Aaron Harang. It's a 6-0 win over the then Tampa Bay Devil Rays. So 11 years ago, Aaron Harang, his major league debut for the A's.
Yeah, he's a pitcher that was talking to him tonight and said, I don't want to bother you. And you're pitching. He said, no. He said,
bother me.
I don't mind talking to people whenever I'm starting. You know, a lot of pitchers like to get away. And he said, there are certain things I don't do. But he says, I don't want people to shy away thinking I don't want to talk to them. He said when he pitched against the Rays just recently, he said they started talking about that Longoria was a certain age when he first came up, and that Myers was about 9 years old, and he said that didn't make me feel very good. You know, he started talking about the ages. He's only 35, so it's not like he's ancient.
Yeah, we're not going to do that.
I think that's quite young as far as I'm concerned.
No question about it. He was acquired by the A's from the Rangers in the Randy Velarde trade.
Yeah. That's right.
So that's how he got to the Athletics, and then he was traded from the A's to the Cincinnati Reds for Jose Guillen. That one hit pretty well to right field. Saunders going back. He's got a foot on the warning track, and he makes the catch. So Donaldson hit that ball pretty well, but it's a cool night, a little breezy, and it just did not look like it had a whole lot of carry.
Batting in the 7th position, designated hitter,
110 career wins for Aaron Harang.
Callaspo.
I think the last number, complete games, 15. That tells you about the pitching in the last several years. It's over 300. And mostly starts because he's been a starter, but 15 complete games. So that's how rare it is for a pitcher to go the distance.
That's his 11th year in the big leagues. Callaspo, 253 his combined numbers with 6 home runs. He's been swinging the bat better lately. DHing tonight. Callaspo's old team, the Angels, hosting the Indians tonight. No score in the second inning, so Cleveland left here and headed down south. See where Albert Pujols is done for the year, which a lot of people thought that maybe what ended up happening after the foot surgery.
But it's probably a good idea considering where the Angels are right now. Give them a chance to take the extra couple of months to get healthy completely and be ready to go next year. And of course, the Angels will hope to get off to a better start than they have the last couple of years. Well, this was a big one yesterday because the A's saw a tie game and then home run, and then the same inning against Hasmere, Alberto Calespo went high with a fastball and sent it out to left field. So that was same inning in which Chris Young hit the home run. That was a 5th inning, and that was the difference until the miscue of the 9th inning or the 8th inning of the Cleveland Club.
2-2 pitch. Curveball looped foul. Seager is going to run out of room.
Rick Manning, broadcaster for the Indians, talk about going to the Angels. You know who he said he's going to see? Julio. He said, got to see Julio. He's going to be staying there, so everybody knows Julio.
Oh, yeah. So 2-2, 2 outs. And another foul ball left side. So off-speed pitches fouled off by Calespo, hanging in there. Volt would be next. Again, this one sliced right over the bullpen.
That look is like he just put up his hand and the ball found his hand.
Maybe that is what happened.
He did. It was off somebody else's hand, right into his.
And now a full count. Some people try so hard for a foul ball and they don't get one. Other guys,
he was actually trying to get out of the way of it. That's the look.
He wouldn't lie to you.
Yeah, that was great.
Runner goes, and it's rolled towards Smoke. A couple steps to his right, then flips to Harang. Side retired to hit, and a runner left, and we're moving to the 3rd. No score.
Available to fans 21 and over throughout the Coliseum. 10,000 fans will receive an Oktoberfeststein, courtesy of Sox. German-themed entertainment will take place throughout the game. Purchase a special field-level ticket package that includes a Brewmaster meet and greet and ceramic stein. Visit OaklandAthletics.com/Oktoberfest. Just like that music. It just makes me think of Wisconsin.
Really?
Yeah.
It'll be Michael Saunders, Dustin Ackley, and Humberto Quintero. Bottom three for the Mariners. 231 the average for Saunders. He bounces this one. Tough little hop for Sogard. That's out.
A couple of strikeouts, caught stealing, and then 4 ground ball outs. Double play last inning started by Eric Sogard. This one another ground ball that left-handed hitter tried to pull. And you're right, a tricky hop. He had to wait for it, did not know whether to charge, but Saunders runs well. So Sogard, once he caught the ball, had to quickly release and get it to his first baseman.
Here's Ackley. Dustin Ackley, 239 with a homer, 19 RBIs. Hot hitter lately.
The hitter that probably was very disappointed to be optioned back to AAA, but happy to learn a new position and come back playing that position. Gutierrez just center fielder just cannot stay healthy.
Nope. Well, you wonder if Ackley can figure it out in center field. Could he be the Mariners center fielder of the future? Maybe.
Well, he goes from one position to another that typically they're more defensive positions.
Yeah.
And, you know, while every position now is expected to have some offense, at least center field, if he has the speed, recover some ground, it could be all right. Tough to handle a changeup. A very good one from Jared Parker.
Strikeout number 3 for Parker.
Well, this ball, everything seemed to be away to the lefties, and there was a lot of lefties facing Parker tonight, so staying away with a good fastball and pull the string on a great changeup to Ackley.
So 2 outs, and here's Quintero. Those numbers all about the changeup. Percentage of strikeouts on the changeup has gone up. Obviously, the chase percentage has gone up. Shallow center. Coco hustling in, Sogard out, and it's going to be Sogard who makes the catch in front of Coco Crisp. 8-pitch inning for Jared Parker. Bottom of the 3rd coming up. No score. California is brought to you by Sonoma Raceway. Catch the IndyCar GoPro Grand Prix of Sonoma August 23rd through the 25th. For tickets, go to racesonoma.com. Wow, we've watched those gentlemen do their thing before. It's impressive.
I think Chef Rodney saw that and knew that we would probably like to sample that.
I bet he's got an idea.
Should have by now.
Vogt to lead it off, followed by Sogard and Crisp here in the bottom of the third inning.
Had the opportunity yesterday to meet the father of Stephen Vogt, Randy from Visalia. They said coming up for the weekend. But nice that it's close enough they can drive up when the whole team is in town on the weekend and get to see their son catch, who's been catching a lot lately, and the way he has thrown out base runners, A's like it.
Seager, the third baseman, is under this one, and that's out number one. So Vogt pops out, and here's Sogard.
Batting right position, second baseman, number 28, Aaron Sogard.
So Sogard playing second base, hitting in the ninth spot tonight. Sogard hitting .264 with a couple of home runs and 25 RBIs. And the first pitch misses. Sogard's going to drop it into center field for a one-out base hit.
Again, good hitting by Eric Sogard, who continues as he took the first pitch, then a high changeup from
Center fielder,
the big, tall right-hander, and Eric Sogard right back up the middle. And at the point you brought up about a breezy night, little cool air, that maybe the type of game that the A's go back to the small ball, doing little things. Try to manufacture runs. The ball might be a little hard for it to travel unless a mistake is hit. The ball is hit on a low right line drive. I don't know how to take a chance with too many balls in the air deep. Does not seem to be carrying well.
Coco hit a fly ball to left field in the first inning. Seager, the third baseman, in a step on the grass. Floats outside. So 2-0, and Harang will get a meet and greet from Quintero.
The catching core now much different what the A's saw earlier in the season. Jesus Montero, of course, struggled for a number of reasons, and Zunino, the young catcher the A's saw make his major league debut. The old hammock hole got to him. I'm going to say with this, but a very good young catcher.
This one hit toward left field. Ibanez back and over, and he's got it. So that's out number 2.
I think what Aaron Harang is doing, which he normally does, and why he's considered a fly ball pitcher, the ball getting on hitters quickly. And think back to Mark Burley's start against the A's, 7 innings, 15 fly ball outs. And if you have a tough time picking up the ball, load up to try to be a little bit more aggressive, sometimes you wait a little too long. By the time you decide to swing, the ball ends up in the air, and balls that are not driven that well in the air.
First pitch to Lowry is just a bit inside. Lowry hit a fly ball to right field in the first. A's with a couple of hits now. Moss the single in the second. Sogard the single here in the third. Missed again. 2-0. Lowry was 3 for 13 in that series over the weekend against the Indians. And that one is lined towards center. Ackley coming in, and he makes the catch. Side retired hit and a runner left. We're headed to the fourth inning. No score. Jared Parker since May 28th. Those ranks are American League ranks. Look at the ERA, 2.75. As we said, Ray, the last time he lost a game was May 22nd.
Yeah.
So since then, 2.75 ERA, among other things.
And so far in this game, he's doing what he did in his last start that allowed him to go to the ninth inning, 11, 8, and 8, and his pitches in the first 3 innings. So it's pitch counts down, which helps the pitcher not only to get quick outs, but be able to pitch deep in a game.
Just that Chris Carter home run. Only run he allowed in that start. Brad Miller hits it on the ground to Sogard, and that's out number 1. So Miller, the leadoff man, is retired on the ground out, and that'll bring up Nick Franklin.
Well, the mixture tonight, Aaron Harang getting fly ball outs, and so far, Jared Parker getting ground ball outs.
Yep.
And with the lefties trying to pull the outside pitch, going to see a lot of ground balls to the right side. So Moss and Sogard, especially Sogard, keep him busy.
Franklin takes a strike inside corner. He struck out swinging in the first inning. When Dustin Ackley was sent to the minor leagues, Franklin was brought up to play second base, and another guy that the Mariners are hoping can move on into the future with. Franklin grounds out there. He's 0 for 2, and that'll bring up C.
Now batting, number 15, Kyle.
Well, at least the Mariners, the fence has moved in a little bit at Safeco Field, but the Mariners have 8 players on the team who hit at least 10 home runs, double figures. So Robbie Thompson, the acting manager, bench coach for Eric Wedge, and Eric is doing well and will be back soon, but at least they're getting the long ball.
And the Mariners spent the offseason trying to make themselves better offensively, and they have. In fact, I was surprised to see, and you mentioned the home runs, they are third in the American League in home runs hit. The Orioles are first, the Blue Jays are second, not surprised with those two teams, and the Mariners are third. They've been 147 home runs.
Mike Morris on the bench sitting there, and of course Kendrys Morales acquired for Jason Vargas. That was the Angels trade, pitching Vargas, and both free agents at the end of the season. So a pitcher going south and Morales coming to the Mariners.
So more home runs than the Tigers, more home runs than the Rangers. The A's as a team have 126 home runs. So the Mariners, as far as runs scored, they are 10th in the league in runs. Which may not sound like a big deal, but we're last in the American League in runs scored in 2010, 2011, and 2012. So they have made significant strides offensively. Seager's got 19 of those home runs, 59 RBIs. And he bounces this one to Sogard. 3 ground ball outs. Bottom of the 4th coming up, but it'll be Reddick, Cespedes, and Moss. No score. Who are the 3 players in Major League Baseball history to hit 25 or more home runs at the age of 41 or older? If you think you know the answer, tweet us at CSN Athletics. Reddick, Cespedes, and Moss against Aaron Harang here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Harang has allowed 2 hits, no walks, 1 strikeout, and he's thrown 44 pitches.
Left-handed hitter, played for the Tigers. Last name of Evans.
Good call.
Might have been one of them.
Good call.
Just thinking off the top of your neck. No, you didn't, James? Huh? Ted Williams?
I don't know, maybe. Reddick is going to roll one into center field for a base hit.
The Chevron STEM Zone will be at the Odako Coliseum on Saturday, August 31st. Chevron created the STEM Zone to help kids interested in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics outside the classroom. A hands-on baseball-related learning exhibit will be located behind Section 217 outside of the Bar and Grill during the August 31st game against Tampa Bay. They're now called the Rays. For tickets, visit oaklandathletics.com/tickets.
So Reddick has a leadoff hit. So see if the A's can get something going here in the bottom of the fourth as Cespedes steps in. Curveball steps in for a strike. Quick throw. Reddick back.
So James is saying 10 wins. Okay. So he's
James knows his stuff. Our high home cameraman. He's a smart man. That one towards center field. Ackley, he's going to play it on a hop. Base hit for Cespedes.
Well, he tried to deke Reddick by putting up the glove as he charged in, but Reddick very smartly running the bases, ball off the end of the bat, which means that it's going to die quickly in the center field. Not sharply hit as Lowry's was, that center fielder Ackley was able to handle. Off the end of that, once he put up his glove, trying to think that at least he's going to run it, he's going to catch it, but Reddick was not going to go to third anyway.
So here's Moss. Moss had a base hit in the second inning. He singled to right. He drives this one to left center. That's hit pretty well. Ibanez going back. He's near the wall and he makes the catch. Reddick alertly tags up from second and goes to third. So a long productive out for Moss.
Well, it was a productive out, but boy, he hit it well. And Ibanez respected the power of Brandon Moss, who's playing a little bit deeper, which enabled him to get back to the warning track and make the play. But Josh Reddick knows the outfield. He knows the ball's not going to carry well, especially off the bat of the left-hand hitter to left field. So he smartly goes to third base, where if Donaldson can get one airborne with one out, the A's could score a run. Like to do more than that. At least the possibility with a fly ball pitcher, which helps when you get a runner at third base to try to drive him in.
First pitch to Donaldson is a high fastball, and he fouled it back. Donaldson hit a fly ball to right field in the second inning. That one bounced toward short slowly. Out at second. The throw to first is not in time, and the A's get a run. So Reddick comes in to score. Donaldson will get an RBI, and it's 1-0 Athletics.
A great hustle by Josh Donaldson. But you watch his swing. He's running out of the batter's box. You always like to see hitters who, whenever they are fooled a little bit, especially with a ground ball, to get out of the box quickly. And the Mariners trying to prevent a run from scoring. Josh Donaldson knows that if he can get down the line quickly, he's going to beat it out and drive in a run. The A's will quick the run. And Donaldson avoids a double play. A rare ground ball out by Aaron Harang. Good time for the A's there.
So Donaldson gets his 69th RBI, and here's Callaspo.
Seventh grade, middle school. That look is coming for him.
Foul ball left side by Callaspo, who grounded out to end the second inning. Curveball from Aaron Harang. Remember him throwing that pitch when he first came up with the A's, right over the top.
12-6 curveball is rare. You don't see a lot of pitchers throwing it. Carl Willis, a great pitcher in his time, mostly with the Twins. pitching coach for the Mariners. Eric Wedge in Cleveland as their pitching coach. Got a world championship under his belt, 91 with the Twins.
And now full count. So the runner at first, Donaldson, will be off and rolling. And Callaspo takes inside, and it's a walk. So that's the first walk issued by Harang. He's thrown a lot of pitches in this inning. Now 57 for the game. So Vogt will hit. The Rays just finished up their win over the Orioles in Baltimore. Started that big series. 4-3 was the final. The Rays chasing the Red Sox in the AL East.
He had a quick game again last night, didn't he?
Yeah, what was it, 4.5?
Yeah. Oh, wow. After midnight.
Yeah. So the Orioles now 5 games behind the first place Red Sox in the East. To the count. Big curve, and it drops right in. Strike 3 call. A run. Couple of hits for the A's. Donaldson gets the RBI fielder's choice. So 1-0 Athletics after 4. History, he had 25 or more home runs at the age of 41 or older. It was Ted Williams.
Wow.
Barry Bonds did it twice, 06 and 07, and Raul Ibanez.
Leading off the top of the 5th inning for Seattle.
I thought Darrell Evans hit for
number 8, Kendrys Morales.
Guess I was wrong.
He was close.
Maybe at the time that was most by a left-hander before. Well, no, because Williams was before him.
So Parker has a 1-0 lead here in the top of the 5th inning. Morales, Ibanez, and Smoke. A couple of 3 straight left-handed hitters with lots of power. Shutdown inning opportunity for Parker. Swing and a miss came right at him with a fastball. Morales has hit a couple of home runs against the A's this year. One of them was a game winner in Seattle.
You see the number of left-handed hitters in this lineup tonight facing Jared Parker, and the target has been exactly where Stephen Vogt is showing the target to Morales, and as a result, a lot of ground ball outs, 7 so far. Just stay away. They keep trying to pull it. Ground ball to the right side. It's up there.
Donaldson backhands, straightens up, and that's a nice play out number 1.
It's a pretty good hit with a backdoor breaking ball from Jared Parker. Morales just reaching out, seeing the backdoor slider, but ready for it. Down to the slide was the A's third baseman Donaldson, and a strong arm. Very strong, especially yesterday when he's the DH.
First pitch to Raul Ibanez is a fastball for a strike. Ibanez hit into a 4-6-3 double play in the 2nd inning. Fastball away.
With the left-handed hitters and where Stephen Vogt is holding the target, he's just hopeful. It seems like Eric Cooper has a good strike zone for the right-hander to the outside part of the plate to the left-handers. That's always important. Cooper moves with Vogt.
That one's hit well. Coco Crisp on the move. He's near the wall and he makes the catch.
Well, after pulling a ground ball into a double play, Ibanez, similar pitch, this time decided to go to left center. Coco running it down at the warning track.
Now batting, number 17, Justin Smoke.
That's the area in Seattle where they've moved the fences in at Safeco Field. That's where you run into a wall. Just to brace yourself. He likes the Comcast Sportsnet California sign. It's got a little extra padding.
Here's Smoke with 2 outs. It's a fastball for a strike. Smoke grounded out to short in his first at bat. Change up, waved at it. It's 0-2. Shift is on.
See it coming out of his hand. The circle change, but of course the hitters cannot see it. All they see is the delivery right over the top, and Parker pulling the string again.
Skied right side. Sogard is underneath it. And he's got it side retired. That's a 3-up, 3-down inning, and that is 11 in a row retired by Jared Parker. It's the bottom of the 5th inning. Both pitchers are sharp tonight, working quickly. Aaron Harang to face Sogard, Crisp, and Lowry. Sogard had a 1-out base hit in the 3rd inning. Fastball for a strike. The game is almost final in Arlington. It's 15. I think it's 16-5. The Rangers leading the Astros.
It was a final about the 2nd or 3rd, wasn't it?
I'm afraid it was, Mr. Fossey.
That's how quickly the Rangers scored against the Astros.
Hey, are you on Facebook? Well, we want to hear from you. Be sure to like the Comcast Sportsnet Bay Area Facebook page for breaking news, exclusive features, giveaways, and more. CSNCalifornia.com, your interactive home for authentic Bay Area sports. So here's the top of the order in Coco Crisp, who has hit a couple of fly balls to left field. Curve in for a strike. He's got their run in the 4th inning on a fielder's choice by Donaldson. That one's hit hard to right field. Coming in is the right fielder Michael Saunders. Reaches down, makes the catch for out number 2. Coco hit that one well. Went down and got a breaking ball.
And stayed right on the curveball after the first one, a little bit softer, this one harder, and hit it hard, but Saunders, good job, broke straight in, able to make the play. Saunders, an excellent speed, plays from center field.
Lowry lines one foul. Lowry hit a line drive that Ackley caught in center field in the 3rd inning. So Lowry's 0 for 2. Oh, heads up. Oliver Perez
That's good.
trying to have a little fun down there, and he's getting booed.
I guess the fans thought he was serious.
Just a bit inside. He's having some fun. Come on.
Yeah.
That one's driven toward right center field, and that'll get down. And it's going to go all the way to the wall. And Lowry is going to head into second with a 2-out double. So double number 33 for Lowry.
Well, he had a line drive to Ackley his last at bat this time. They down and in, and he just hammered it. Started the homestand, a similar ball. That's a good swing.
So Reddick with an opportunity. Fouls the straight back. Reddick is struck out, and then he's singled leading off the 4th inning, and he has scored the only run in the game. Talk a lot about the positioning of the outfielders, and we see a lot of center fielders play shallow. Ackley would not be one of those guys.
No, his left fielder is, his right fielder is, but he's not. That's
deep. He's been deep the whole game.
That's a result of playing infield in a new position, and maybe rather to play deep and maybe break in, not have to worry about breaking back. The center fielder is the one as the captain takes charge. See the warning track to the right, and Ibanez with the left-handed hitter does not expect Reddick to hit the ball over his head, so he's able to play a little bit more shallow.
Breaking ball, and Reddick swings and misses, side retired. So Lowry with the double. He's stranded at second. We're headed to the 6th inning. 1-0 Athletics.
To help benefit local youth baseball leagues before the game, bring new or gently used equipment to the State Farm booths on the Park Plaza and Gate C&D. Fans who donate equipment will receive a drawstring bag while supplies last and be entered for a chance to win an autographed baseball. Pitch in to help State Farm get communities to a better state. Sounds like a commercial.
You read that nice. You read that with authority.
Better state with State Farm. The authority of the pitching by Jared Parker tonight so far. 5 innings has been outstanding.
2-0 now to Saunders, followed by Ackley and Quintero, the bottom 3 in the order for the Mariners. And there's a line drive to left field and a base hit. Saunders got in a 2-0 count, and he did try to hit a ball a mile, just lined it to left.
Well, previous at bat, 1-0, pulled an outside fastball, and I would think, as much as hitters talk, it may be that left-handed hitters, Parker staying away, better think about going opposite field instead of trying to pull everything, which has resulted in 8 ground ball outs so far in the first 5 innings. So a left field shot on a fastball away. You see now as Stephen Vogt starts calling some fastballs inside, since the hitters may be looking a little bit more for the outside fastball to go to left field.
Ackley struck out swinging in the 3rd inning.
Parker hasn't been out of the stretch since Ibanez in the 2nd inning.
Fastball is high, 1-0, and that can make a difference.
I always like to think of the great Greg Maddux. He'll be entering Cooperstown next year, but taking his warm-up tosses, he always took more out of the stretch than the windup. Pitcher that really didn't have a lot of guys on base, but figured those are the most critical pitches.
Yep.
If you watch a pitcher take his 8 warm-up tosses, if he takes 8, more than likely about 6 or 7 will be out of the windup, and then either 1, maybe 2 will be out of the stretch. Kurt Young knows his business.
Center field. Deep, but room for Chris. Saunders is going to tag up. He's going to try for second. Here comes the throw, and it is just a bit late. Coco got back. He made a good throw. As far as accuracy goes, it was just a bit late, so Saunders gets to second.
But it just kept going, and that's why Coco was backpedaling and trying to set up, and he does have a quick release, and that's what's really helped him and got a lot on the throw to second, but just the shortstop side of the bag. And I think for him, making sure catching the ball, the quick release, Saunders aggressively tagging, getting into second once he saw the ball was going to be caught by Coco.
And there's a line drive right towards Cespedes, who charges, and he's got it. The ball was hit like a shot, but Cespedes came in.
Might have had a little knuckle to it right at the end, because he reached up after charging the ball, and like he had to reach to his left. A very hard hit ball, a hanging breaking ball. And Cespedes charged in, like right at the end. But nice job of playing the ball. Whew, snow cone time. Get your momentum charging, you better catch it.
Yep.
You don't take any chances.
So here's Brad Miller, the leadoff man. And he takes a fastball for a strike. Good pitch. Setting up outside. And that one's flipped toward left. Cespedes, a long run into foul territory.
Every time the ball has hit that man's direction, you expect him to catch it. Just kept dying too quickly in the foul territory. It's been good.
Yeah. Trying to get Brad Miller. Miller singled in the first, but was thrown out trying to steal, and then he grounded out in the fourth. Saunders led off the inning with the base hit. He is now at second base.
I have to wonder if the conversation's about the changeup, because Parker, as usual, has a very good changeup. And a breaking ball to Quintero and lined out. Saunders hit a fastball away from him in left field for a nice solid base hit.
Swing and a miss. He went upstairs with a fastball. Miller missed it. Side retired. So Saunders is stranded at second base. Bottom of the sixth coming up. 1-0 A's. brought to you by Eric's Deli Cafe, celebrating 40 years of bringing it to the plate. Stop by Eric's and enter to win 40 years of free sandwiches with character. Decisions are being made as we speak, Ray. What should I get? Jersey, t-shirt, jacket, hat, all of the above?
Young man's got a rally cap on and his team's leading 1-0.
He's ready.
He wants more. I'd take a Glenn Kuiper jersey.
Oh, really?
Number 1.
You would, huh? I didn't know they sold them there.
Maybe they'll bring them out.
That little box at the end. Lost and found. 2-0 to Cespedes, who has a base hit in the game. And a 2-0 curveball, and it's a swing and a miss. That's the final now in Arlington. It was 16-5. An 11-run third inning was obviously the difference. That one's hit to center. Ackley's back. Now he settles underneath it. And that's out number 1. So 14 hits in the game for the Rangers. Only 1 home run. Brzezinski had the only home run. It was his 14th of the year. So Rangers now 1 game up on the A's pending the outcome of this one. And as we look at that wild card where the Rays and the A's are the top 2 wild cards, the Rays won, the Orioles lost, the Indians are winning. The Royals have the day off. The Royals and the Tigers both off today.
Yeah, you look at the score with the Rangers, the Astros have to feel pretty good about themselves because with the exception of the 11-run inning, it's a close game.
It's one way to look at it.
To put a positive spin on it.
So the Rangers are now 12-2 against the Astros this year.
Bo Porter's trying to put a good spin on it. Something that had to be a long inning. With every member of the Rangers scored at least one.
At least a run. The rest of the week for Texas has 2 more games against the Astros. They're off Thursday, and then they will be at the White Sox this weekend, and then at Seattle Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So that's what's upcoming for Texas. High to left. Ibanez to his right, and that is out number 2.
Yeah, also when the Mariners were down in Arlington, King Felix game on Saturday, the Rangers had a 5-3 lead in the 7th inning. They scored 15 total for the night. So Rangers ballpark in Arlington is a good hitter's park. Good things can happen for the offenses. It can inflate ERAs not only for the individual pitching, but the team also.
Walks and errors will kill you. Mentioned that Rays win over the Orioles 4-3 with Price beating Tillman. Longoria hit his 25th home run. Matt Joyce hit his 16th. And the Rays have won 5 out of their last 6. Good swing by Donaldson, and it's 0-2.
Getting down the last 6 weeks of the season. It's the game number 124 for the A's. You take teams that are in contention, teams that are playing well. The word tired doesn't come into play. You're losing, you're tired. You don't want to go to the park, but it's a great experience to have for players who are playing for a team that's successful. Good things seem to happen every time you go to the park. You can't wait to get there.
Two and 2 now to Donaldson. The Red Sox are leading the Giants 3-0. Boston, knowing that the team closest to them in the East, the Rays, have won. Try to hold on to their 1-game lead.
Great. The Red Sox even woke up to play today. the game today. They played until
woke up to fly.
Actually, they're still in the same day. They finished on Monday. They're playing on Monday, 3,000 miles away.
Aaron Harang kicks the 2-2 pitch to Donaldson. His line toward left. Ibanez hustling back, and he's going to get there. He makes the catch. Side retired. It's a 3-up, 3-down inning, and we're moving to the 7th. A's 1, Mariners nothing.
Postseason rights. Just place a deposit on a 2014 A's ticket plan and secure your place in line for the 2013 playoff tickets. For more information, call 510-638-GO-A's or go to oaklandathletics.com/deposit. How about that, guy? Ain't too proud to plead, baby. He's singing,
yeah,
dancing.
They're fun. That's the most important.
Did we ever figure out how that gentleman puts the big A on and gets the bark?
Pops it right over his head.
Take Bart.
Yeah, takes Bart, yeah. Good pitchers duel. Parker and Harang. A's got their run in the 4th inning. Now it's the 7th. It'll be Franklin, Seager, and Morales, 2, 3, and 4 for Parker to face. First pitch to Franklin is high. Strikeout and a ground out for the young second baseman, a switch hitter. So last year and the beginning of this year, it was Brendan Ryan at shortstop and Ackley at second, and they played pretty much every day, but chronicled Ackley's struggles. And Brendan Ryan, very good defensive shortstop, just did not hit very much. And the Mariners had a couple of good players in the minor leagues. Miller, the shortstop, Franklin, the second baseman, and now they're up and they're hitting 1 and 2 in the Mariners lineup.
Looking at Franklin, and of course, young man playing second base for the Red Sox across the bay. Dustin Pedroia.
Yeah.
I think Dustin Pedroia has inspired a lot of second basemen, especially on the smaller sides.
Good call.
You know, because you look at Pedroia, you know, you look at his size, and he's not really bulked up, but he plays hard. And Ryan, you mentioned a great shortstop defensively, and not playing as much, but Franklin kind of fits that mold, I think, and
Sure.
maybe a lot of second basemen along the same line. And Pedroia just recently awarded with a huge long-term contract. He'll be a Red Sox player for his career, and why not? Kind of like Jeter of the Yankees. One team, don't want to move.
setting up inside, and it was inside, but Franklin got the bat head out and lines it to right for a hit. Reddick kicks it, and that's going to allow Franklin to go to second. So big 90 feet, and that is the tying run here in the 7th inning.
That's the second time we've seen that happen this year with Reddick, and just a matter of going to his right, reaches down and kicks it. Does not get in his glove, and Franklin's got to be satisfied with the single. And Reddick there actually up off the hard part of his glove as he reached for it, scooped, and the ball carried him to his right. You're right, 90 feet is huge, especially with the number of ground balls that have been hit with Parker pitching to the outside part of the plate. Now ground ball to the right side is going to advance the runner to third.
So Seager steps in. Well, here's that spot, Ray, where you have your third place hitter up. Obviously, in this case, probably maybe your best hitter, good RBI guy. Do you say, Kyle Seager, don't worry about getting him over? You're an RBI guy, knock him in. Or do you, if you're Seager, do you say, you know what, I got to try to get him over?
Well, he's going to try to get him over like that, but he was also going to try to get him in, but it just happened to be caught by Moss. So it's the old get him over, get him in. He was attempting, but whether or not that would have occurred with Franklin at first, would it have been a 3-6-3 double play? We'll never know, but now the infield's going to have to play in because the tightness of the game.
Kendrys Morales.
And you face the cleanup hitter, Kendrys Morales, who's got 65 RBIs.
And who is a contact hitter.
Yeah.
And used it the whole field as he attempted last at bat to hit the ball to the left side, caught by Donaldson. But you're hoping for a pop-up or ground ball at one of the infielders, and because Parker has induced a lot of ground balls tonight, they're hoping for the same.
And he starts Morales out with a fastball that runs up and away. Only 67 pitches for Parker, and we're in the 7th inning. So he's done a decent job getting runners in from third with less than 2 outs. Missed again, 2-0. Abanez is in the on-deck circle.
Two very good RBI hitters right now, with Abanez the on-deck circle and the hitter at the plate, and Morales. So kind of pick your poison. One thing, if Morales reaches first via the walk, at least the infield will play back open for 2.
And he lines one down the right field line, and that's fair. And Kendrys Morales is going to stop at first with an RBI single. And it's a 1-1 game. So the count got to 2-0, and Morales didn't miss it.
And it was a high changeup, and that's not a very good changeup that normally is thrown well by Parker, but it left it up, and for an aggressive hitter up in the zone like that is perfect for him to do exactly what he did. So while he tried to go the opposite field the previous at bat, this time with a high changeup, definitely going to pull it.
So that's RBI number 66 for Morales, and now Abanez with Smoke in the on-deck circle. So still some good hitters for Parker to navigate his way through. And that one is popped up shallow right. And Sogard is under it, and he's got it for the second out.
The thing about the Mariners that we have seen reported is their number of runs they've scored late in the game. A lot of times a bullpen. The A's have a very good bullpen. If it gets to that, Parker's pitch count right now, he'll stay in the game only at 71 in the 7th inning. But typically bullpen shut down offenses, but it's not happened against the Mariners. They have done well in the latter part of the game.
Smoke hits a line drive into right for a hit, and Kendrys Morales is going to dig for third, and he is going to be out. He never slid.
Wow.
Donaldson stayed with it, and a huge mistake by Kendrys Morales, and that's how the inning ends. He never slid. Is Alberto Callaspo leading it off against Aaron Harang. Pitch number 87 from Harang.
I think Josh Reddick threw that ball to third base out of frustration. But it worked out getting Kendrys Morales, and like you said, a base running mistake and a big out.
Shortstop Brad Miller with the nifty play, and that's the first out. So here it was a terrific throw.
And Reddick had to run a long way to get the ball hit by Smoke through the shift, but Morales ran in slides. He's safe easily. Not only was he out on the tag initially by Donaldson, but by not sliding, he overran the base. He would have been out twice. So he was out there, and Donaldson didn't even have to go back and tag him again when he tagged him there. And then, if he had missed him, he would have gotten him on the as he overran the bag. Man, when in doubt, slide. I mean, you're going to protect yourself because he's had a huge ankle injury.
That one ripped down the right field line, and it is foul by a very small margin. So the count 0-2 to Vogt.
Well, he's just too quick. The ball, unfortunately, just kept hooking right at the end and in the foul territory.
Five in a row retired by Aaron Harang. Last hit was the 2-out RBI double by Lowry in the 5th inning. Good swing there by Vogt. It's the left-hander Charlie Furbush. Toward left field. outfielders for the Mariners have been busy tonight.
13 fly ball outs.
So that'll bring up Sogard. All right, let's take a look at tomorrow's pitching probables, brought to you by Chevron. Care for your car. The lefty Joe Saunders. No secrets there for the A's. They've faced him many times. And Sonny Gray makes his third start. So Saunders and Gray tomorrow night. Our coverage starts at 6:30 here in Comcast Sportsnet California. And then Wednesday will be a day game. We will not televise that one. It'll be on the radio. Pitching matchup in that one is A.J. Griffin and Sashi Iwakuma.
Anytime you're starting a series, the first game, getting a win is always important. A's know Iwakuma is very good. They will not see King Felix Hernandez. But some very good pitchers starting tonight with Harang and then Saunders, but Iwakuma will pitch on Sunday.
And it will be on to Baltimore. Face a good Orioles team in their home ballpark. And a team that's chasing the A's in the wild card. It's going to be a challenging road trip. It's going to be a fun road trip. Two good teams, Baltimore and Detroit. Maybe you see them down the road in the postseason. Who knows? Ibanez is there, and that is 7 in a row retired by Aaron Harang, and we are moving to the 8th inning of a 1-1 game. Baseball on Comcast Sportsnet California is brought to you by Cache Creek Casino Resort. Cache Creek's endless summers, waves of cash every day. Visit CacheCreek.com for details. Good looking unis. If you like the road gray, maybe the home gold. Plenty of choices. See that gentleman right there with the A's hat on? Kent Bazemore from the Golden State Warriors. Enjoying tonight's game. He was up on the video board earlier, and he did the Bernie, and he did a good one too.
He also must be number 20, right?
He is number 20 for your Golden State Warriors.
I know that because he said he liked Josh Donaldson.
That's right.
He wearing the number 20 proudly. Well, again, the Mariners high changeup on the first one to Saunders. 2 hits for him, but back-to-back high changeups that he's thrown. The one to Morales was a changeup down the line for the RBI. And now this one to Saunders.
So the leadoff man is aboard, and here's Dustin Ackley.
But down in this part of the batting order, do we see a sacrifice?
And Saunders runs pretty well, Ray. He's got 12 steals.
Yep.
we've seen him enough to know that he can swipe it back.
What Stephen Vogt did in the first inning might at least discourage Bobby Thompson, the acting manager, of the base runners, if they'll go this route. Yep.
Good bunt. Parker picks it up. Sure thing, and he threw it away. He threw it right down the line, and that's going to allow Saunders to go to third. Ackley stayed at first, and the Mariners have first and third with nobody out. Not quite sure what happened. It was just a routine throw, plenty of time.
Well, remember, a second baseman is going to hold his position, then charge over to first base, and he just held on too long. That's when he knew it. He did it. It's the second time that's occurred too. In Houston, thank you, Delaire. That's exactly what happened in Houston. He made an error. It was an unearned run on his own, but he created the problem, and it created a huge problem here.
So the fourth error on Parker alone. That's hard to do if you're a pitcher.
Yeah.
So first and third, nobody out. Here's Quintero. And a throw to third. Saunders dives back in. Donaldson is standing at third, kind of like a first baseman holds the runner out. Bob Melvin's coming out, and that's always very interesting because that means Bob Melvin has something he very clearly wants to say
about the defense. How are you going to play? And of course, ninth place hitter, first and third. It's just a question. Should Ackley decide to run, what are you going to do? If we throw through. Does give Blevins a little extra time to heat up, but Parker really can control his own game. 74 pitches. He pitched in the eighth inning. It's been remarkable, the aggressiveness of the Mariners.
Harang, on the other hand, 97 pitches. So he's going to watch to see what happens here in the top of the eighth inning. Quintero has popped out and lined out. And he swings and misses. Swung right over top, a 91-mile-an-hour fastball. That was a pretty good sink to it.
Well, at least for the pitch count, I mean, where it is right now, Parker should have a lot left in the tank, and he just threw a fastball hard enough, maybe with the extra, because of that being just a 75th pitch.
And that one rolled foul, and Quintero chased the ball, and now it's 0-2. Brad Miller, the left-handed hitter, waits in the on-deck circle. Infield in. Just missed. Parker went with a fastball.
And his fastball is the 3-2 this hitter. All been in the 92-mile-per-hour range. Just maybe close to the plate, but high. Well, Bob Melvin went out to talk to his infielders, and you can see the result, and that is playing about halfway. Speed at third and Saunders, no speed in the catcher Quintana at the plate.
And he swings and misses, and he got him with a changeup, and that's one big out.
Well, 3 fastballs, then he pulled the string on a great changeup, and after throwing a couple of high changeups, resulted in hits. He pulls the string on one and down and in. The could not make any sort of contact.
Now batting, number 5. Brad Miller.
So that is the 5th strikeout for Parker, and now the top of the order in Brad Miller. Miller has singled, grounded out, and struck out. The First pitch is popped up. And that's not going to get it done. Donaldson squeezes it, and that's out number 2.
And whether you're a bench coach or an acting manager, that hurts. First and third, nobody out. Infield in. And great pitching by Parker to get 2 big outs with the runner at third.
So here's Nick Franklin.
And this is a tough hitter. He is an aggressive hitter, very good hitter. And the first 2 outs, excellent. The third one is the biggest.
Yeah. First pitch, Franklin swings and misses, and it's 0-1.
Well, great to see the 92, 93 mile an hour fastballs that Parker has brought out, starting with Quintana.
Franklin singled and scored in the 7th inning. Timeout call. Saunders is at third, Ackley at first. Franklin fouls it back, and now Parker's ahead 0-2.
Now it looks like Franklin, as he did his last at bat when he pulled the ball to right field, he's gotten 2 fastballs away, 92 and 91, but he's tried to pull both. Herring might be finished, and thinking that with Furbush now loosening up again, he was up last inning, might be coming in for the bottom of the 8th inning, and Parker would like to get back to dugout when it's still 1-1.
0-2 pitch, floats outside.
Pitch count still excellent. 82 at this point.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and Parker works his way out of it. The Mariners had first and third and nobody out, and they do not score. Bottom of the 8th coming up. It's a 1-1 game. Local Toyota dealers. Pitchers duel. Both guys were good, Harang and Parker. See Parker. 6 strikeouts so far in the game. This was the first run. Donaldson, fielder's choice. He beat it out, allowing Reddick to score. That happened in the 4th inning. In the 7th inning, It was Kendrys Morales with an RBI single. Big story right now was the top of the 8th. Parker worked out of the jam. 1-7-0 for the Mariners. 1-5-2 for the Athletics.
Number 41, Charlie Burbush. Hitting off the bottom of the 8th inning for the Athletics.
So Parker
Number 4,
still got a chance to continue in this game. When it's time for change, think Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up, your oil change, tune-up, and smog experts.
Well, the A's have seen this lefty enough to know that he's got a good fastball. Of course, it becomes a situational game now with the switch hitters at the top and then Reddick. So Furbush will turn the 2 around. Good fastball, low 90s, 2 and 4, plus the curveball, slider, and changeup, and he will sling the ball. Point towards the on deck circle of the Mariners and then fire to the right hand. Well, we talked about Houdini being maybe a circus act. He showed up again tonight in the 8th inning. First and third, nobody out, and Jared Parker got out.
And that one's drilled toward left center field. Ackley's going to get over there, though, and he makes the catch. Dustin Ackley had a good jump on that ball. Seems to have a pretty good idea on reads and jumps. Yep. From what we've seen, he's had a fair amount of action tonight. He looks natural out there, I guess, is probably the best way to put it.
That's a great way to describe it. You know, good athletes can usually play anywhere, and for Ackley, it didn't work for him in the infield, moved to the outfield, and give him a lot of credit. Did not take long for him to spend time in the minor leagues before he came back.
Furbush to Lowry, and that's in for a strike. 0-1. Lowry is 1 for 3 with a double.
Aaron Harang finished with 14 fly ball outs, and now 1 in this inning, so that's 15 fly ball outs for the Athletics. And again, not a very good night to hit fly balls because they're just not traveling.
0-2 now to Lowry with Reddick waiting in the on-deck circle. Foul straight back. Furbush is an interesting guy, Ray, and you said it best. We've seen him quite a bit the last couple of years, and he's tough to hit. But I think what gets him in trouble is he loses the strike zone a little bit. He's walked 22, which doesn't sound like a lot, but in 49 innings for really new, that is a lot. So he walks a fair amount, strikes out a lot. But if he's around the zone, he's tough.
Well, especially against the righties, and he turns a couple of switch hitters around the bat right hand. That front foot throws well across his body. And I think the deception, sort of what the A's saw with Aaron Harang from the right side, flapping the glove and hitting a lot of fly ball outs. But you look out and you see a pitcher's front foot is pointing towards visiting dugout. You wonder how is he going to throw? Well, he does, and that's the deception that he uses when he sets up and will throw across his body. That front foot looking right at you.
And fastball with a little cutting action, and Lowry strikes out. So that's 2 outs here in the bottom of the 8th.
Again, just doesn't sling it as much as we saw with Justin Masterson. Takes the ball back and then kind of behind his ear a little bit, but still in front foot when the pitcher throws across his body, you're looking at him saying, how is he going to throw the ball? How is he not going to hurt himself? And Furbush knows how to do it.
Reddick check swing. And the count is 0-1. So Furbush, he almost jumps at the hitter.
Yeah.
But watch where his foot, both his feet are when he releases the ball. It's nowhere near the rubber. Watch this.
Yep.
I mean, you're talking at least a foot. He hasn't even released the ball yet.
Right. And that's why they said the longer the stride. So it's 60 feet 6 inches. He just reduced it to about 56.
He did.
With a nice stride.
but you watch him, that foot against that rubber, and he really pushes off.
Actually, seeing pitchers who push off like that and hydroplane, both feet are off the ground as they throw the ball, which is hard to imagine that they do that. You know, you talked about the walks, and it seems the lefties, who he should be having more success against than righties, seems to be the ones that we've seen that he's had trouble throwing strikes consistently. And to Reddick, 3 pitches. One's a check swing foul ball. The other 2, actually all 3, have been high. Cap's getting ready for Cespedes, the on deck hitter.
I don't know that this is the case with Furbush. It's probably not. But don't you think some left-handed pitchers, if they are at times a little wild, they're worried about hitting left-handed hitters?
Yeah.
Would you agree with that?
And they're usually going
to not all of them, but some of them
pitch away because of it.
Exactly.
And with the good slider that he has, he may feature here now, but might stay also with a fastball because it is 2-2.
That one in under the hands.
There was Sam McDowell catching him. He threw so hard, he was afraid he could hurt someone.
Sure, well, exactly.
He would not want to pitch inside, and he didn't have to with the 4 great pitches he had, but that's a great point that lefty on lefty, trying to get inside. Probably because of situational relievers, we'll see a lot of lefties. There's the breaking ball. Good one.
Reddick staying in there.
I think the 2-2 pitch is the most critical, because if pitcher does miss, a lot of times he will come back with a fastball. So if he's able to throw a strike 2-2, which he did, it's Reddick fouling it back. There's a lot of pitchers now, they get to 3-2, they still will not challenge. They'll throw sliders, cutters, curveballs.
Strike 3 called on the outside corner. So Reddick strikes out for the 3rd time, and that's a 3-up, 3-down inning for Charlie Furbush.
You have a chance to really air it out when you need it, and that's exactly what Jared Parker did in the 8th inning. A strikeout with a changeup and a pop-up, and then how about a great changeup to Franklin to finish it off. Franklin upset Jared Parker calmly off the mound. 1st and 3rd, nobody out, and the result of an error made by Jared Parker himself, but got out of the inning and would take it to the 9th inning, which he's done in back-to-back starts.
Seager to lead it off, and the first pitch is a bit up and away to Seager, who is 0 for 3, followed by Morales and Ibanez. Bullpen is quiet. Both bullpens are quiet, at least for now. Seager had a good swing, fouls it back.
I mentioned Carter Capps, the right-hander with Cespedes the on deck circle. Moss follows him. So Robbie Thompson, Carl Willis decide to go to the right-hander. Then they know that Moss is behind him. Time for Robbie Thompson, the acting manager, to rely heavily on his good pitching coach Carl Willis, especially when it comes to making pitching changes.
Strike. Seager turned away from it, and it tailed over the plate for a strike.
Yeah, just a little tailing action, and Eric Cooper, the home plate umpire, for about bell tie, and he calls it a strike.
Seager, a strikeout and a couple of ground outs so far tonight. It's that one down the left field line and foul. We got another nice play here, I believe.
That kind of night.
Shirt's a little short, but that's all right.
Hey, he made the play.
Swing and gonna miss. Seager chased it, and that's out number one. Well, we got in-depth sports news for the Bay Area fan. Go deep with Sportsnet Center. It's brought to you by Hyundai. It's tonight at 10:30 on our sister station Comcast. Sportsnet Bay Area will have highlights from our game. Boys, A.J. Jenkins is traded, the wide receiver from the 49ers, and a big day for Raiders DJ Hayden. Ahmed Fareed and David Feldman will host. Morales swings at a pitch that was out of the strike zone, and it's 0-1.
One inning, the Mariners collected multiple hits as Barrel Rounders get loose. And that was the inning in which they scored the run, but maybe the biggest play was Morales being thrown out at third base, because he's at third. That would have been first and third, 2 outs with Saunders coming up. Or make it, yes, it was Saunders because Smoke got the base hit, but he's thrown out third because he didn't slide. And who knows what could have happened. But Josh Reddick, the perfect throw. Morales didn't slide. Josh Donaldson held the tag and got it.
And now it's 1-2. Had that play, and then the first and third, nobody out, and did not score in the 8th inning. Changeup drops low, and this time Morales lays off it. Ibanez will be next. In the bottom of the 9th inning, it'll be Cespedes, Moss, and Donaldson for the Athletics. Again low, and now it's 3-2. The A's know the Rangers won tonight big over the Astros. The 3-2 pitch is driven to center. Coke goes back. And that's out number 2.
Well, the first 3-2 count of the night for Jared Parker. And of course, with the pitch count being where it was for the first 8, continues in the 9th inning. He goes 3-2 and gets the put out. But pitch count down just at 94.
Now batting, number 28.
83
Raul
through 8 innings.
Ibanez.
And now 94. 97, and he pitched 8 1/3 in his last start.
So Ibanez hits, 2 outs, nobody aboard. And he shoots one into right, and that's a base hit. So hit number 8 for Seattle.
I think with that swing, you have to be happy it was a base hit instead of more than the base hit. High fastball, and Raul Ibanez went to the plate with 2 outs thinking about one thing. He just happened to get the high fastball tried to get under and lift, but had topspin on it.
Now batting,
he sat side of the single.
Justin Smoak.
He's had 25 home runs, played as long as Raul Ibanez. He knows that he can try to hit a home run.
Doolittle starts to throw. Smoak is 1 for 3. He's had some big hits for the Mariners lately. He's been swinging the bat much better than he was at the beginning of the year. His average up to 270. Ibanez with a short lead at first. The shift is on for Smoak. And he takes low, 2-0.
Jared Parker knows that Sean Doolittle is loosening in the bullpen, and you'd have to think, in his mind, that Saunders, the left-hand hitter coming up in the on-deck circle, and if this batter reaches, it's a tough decision for those two guys. Jared Parker tried to finish it in the 9th inning. In this case scenario, to get this hitter out and not have to worry about it.
And Smoak takes a fastball on the inside corner for a strike.
Outside target, pitch inside corner. Good umpiring.
Swing and a miss. Smoak trying to hit one a mile. He pulled off it badly, and the count is 2-2.
And you're right. Parker has been pretty consistent, staying outside to all the lefties in the lineup tonight. And that was an Ibanez type swing with a fastball away with no chance to make contact. Sogard, the roving second baseman, in shallow right field.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out with a changeup on pitch number 100. So the Mariners do not score, and we are going to the bottom of the 9th inning, tied at 1.
California is brought to you by Xfinity, home of the most live sports, and by Toyota. Do the math and save at your local Toyota dealer.
Terrific performance from Jared Parker. Goes 9 innings, gives up just the 1 run. And when he did get in trouble, he made his best pitches. How about that? He hits 1 run. It was earned, no walks, 8 strikeouts.
As I mentioned, only the 1, 3, and 2 count all night. So Carter Capps comes in. I think that's Capps, isn't it?
Indeed it is.
Coming in, the hard thrower is listed in one of the top 10 hardest throwing pitchers in baseball. He's at the top at about 97 with a good fastball. 2-2 with a very, very high earned run average, making the 39th appearance. He has 14 walks, though, with 47 strikeouts.
So when it's time for change, think Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up. Your oil change, tune-up, and smog experts. So Capps to face Cespedes. So Ray, here's my question for you. How can Carter Capps have an ERA of 5.91?
Well, I don't have an answer because I can't figure it out either.
Great stuff.
No, I agree.
Man.
Unless he hangs those sliders that he just threw to Cespedes. And
something's up.
And you can pump it up to 97 out of the bullpen and like that.
Plus he's got a little bit of a funky delivery, and I just can't imagine how he could have an ERA at almost 6.
But if there's ever time you want to score a run for your pitcher, this would be it. You always want to win. But when the pitcher goes 9 innings and really throws 100 pitches, 100 pitch strikeout, think about just trying. In this case, if scoring a run, which would be a walk-off.
0-2 pitch, and that's a nasty pitch right there. And Cespedes missed it. So 1 out here in the bottom of the 9th inning.
Yeah, this is why he's good. And sure, he throws 97, but that kind of a slider that just not able to reach it.
So here's Moss. Moss singled in the 2nd, and then since then has hit a couple of fly balls to left field, and the first pitch rolls away from Quintero. Miller, the shortstop, is playing behind second base, and that one's hit high and foul. Ibanez still coming, and he's not going to get it as it lands between the bullpen mound and the bullpen home plate. So the shift there helped Moss because the third baseman Seager is now able to get back there because he's playing the shortstop spot. So the count 1-1 to Moss with Donaldson to follow. Fastball running away. Maybe not a fastball. 87 miles an hour. He's got a couple other pitches.
Samuel, the boys are ready for a possible walk-off.
Moss drills one to center. Ackley's going back. He's at the wall, and that baby's gone. And we are walking off at the Coliseum thanks to Moss. So it's been a while, Ray, since we've had a walk-off here at the Coliseum, and it happens tonight thanks to Brandon Moss, his 19th home run of the year. He goes to center field. Not an easy night to hit home run to center field. It is a cool, air is heavy, but...
Yeah, the last time the A's faced the Mariners here, Capps gave up 2 in the 9th inning, or the last inning that he faced the Athletics. And you're right, the ball not carrying to straightaway center field, not carrying at all. But Brandon Moss has a lot of power. Remember, he took the knuckleball of R.E. Dickey straightaway center field at Rogers Center. But the night belongs to Jared Parker, as he did a tremendous job with all of his pitches. But Brandon Moss, you have to think that the hitters said, let's get this guy a win because he's pitched so well. And it took Brandon Moss to do it. And I think, Pat, you said it best. With the shift, it's a foul ball down the left field line that the Mariners were not able to get to because they were shifting him towards right field. And he gets another opportunity. The next pitch is a home run straight away.
Indeed. So he hit it a ton, and the A's win it 2-1, and they keep pace with the Texas Rangers, who won. But what a performance by Jared Parker. And you're right. If ever you wanted to get a run in the bottom of the ninth and win a game, you want to do it for a pitcher who goes the full 9 and pitches terrific.
And very rare that you'll see a pitcher is going that deep in a game. Then back-to-back games for Parker to pitch in the 9th inning. But the pitches that he used throughout the game, the changeup got better. He made a couple of mistakes with high changeups, but ultimately he got to the point when he needed the changeup for strikeouts that he got.
And he did. He got a couple of big strikeouts late in the game. Right. Mariners got close a couple times, but when he needed a big pitch, he saved it for those spots when the Mariners were coming around trying to get some runs, but not to be against Jared Parker. And Jared Parker's with us downstairs, and we appreciate it. It's always nice when we talk to a starting pitcher. That means they usually do a complete game. So, Jared, congratulations. Tell us what you're thinking in the dugout in the bottom of the 9th inning, knowing you just went the full 9, but the game was still tied.
Yeah, I mean, I just knew we needed to scratch one, and I told Bob, or I told Kurt, I said, Moss is going to hit an opposite field homer, but center field works perfect.
You know, back-to-back starts for you, Jared, to be able to pitch in the 9th inning. 8 1/3, last start, 9 innings tonight. What has allowed you, because it's so rare for a pitcher to pitch in the 9th inning, you've done it back-to-back games. What have you done to be able to do that?
Yeah, early in the game, just, try to keep the ball down, keep the ball on the ground. If they get hits, it's singles, or, even if they get a single, I'm trying to keep the ball on the ground. In the infield, it's a double play, and, when I have some big situations, I try to go get the strikeout, and I have some success doing that tonight. And I put myself in a pretty bad situation, and kind of got out of it.
Yeah, it looked like you saved your best pitchers for last, but I want to ask you about the play at third base when Morales went off the bag. He would have been safe. How important was that in the course of this game for you as a pitcher? I mean, you would have been first and third. Now, there were 2 outs, but it would have been another big out that you would have had to have get. So a mistake by the Mariners, how important was that?
Yeah, I mean, you got to give credit to Reddick, and J.D. deked him, and obviously that saves me, who knows how many pitches, and obviously it's a big situation, and, kind of stealing out, and it just kept us up, and it kept me going. It was kind of an emotional and, kind of a physical pickup right there to steal that out, and, it turned the game for us, and, it could be the difference in this game.
Have to ask you, of course, you guys know what goes on. We don't. We just see your manager running out to the mound. He's not going to take you out. First and third, nobody out. What's the conversation with you, with the infielders, as far as the plan to try to get out of that inning?
Yeah, it's just baseball talk. It's knowing what to do. If the ball comes to you, knowing a situation, and just being prepared. And Bob does a great job of keeping us prepared, and it helps us just keep on our toes. And we got lucky, and we got some strikeouts, and we did what we needed to do in those situations. And it's a tribute to Bob to just keep us on our toes and keep us in the game.
Well, Jared, you were terrific tonight. Congratulations on going the full 9 and getting your 9th win of the year. Thanks for stopping.
Thank you, guys.
All right, so Jared Parker was great. And
what's rare tonight?
What's that?
This was a walk-off, no pie.
No pie.
Because Brandon Moss wasn't interviewed for the walk-off, so they saved the pie tonight.
That's right. And we saved a microphone, which is always a good thing. But let's talk about Brandon Moss. Yeah. We were just talking about how tough Carter Capps is to pitch.
It is amazing.
And he's throwing hard, but, didn't try to pull it, just stayed right with it. Ball goes out to center field.
And we always talk about left-handed hitters as such great low ball hitters. And the pitch is down low. And the knuckleball that R.A. Dickey threw him in Toronto, a knuckleball down low. Brandon Moss is a good low ball hitter, and he tries to go to the opposite field, and he's talked about needing another 10, 12 feet to be able to hit the ball out to left field. He doesn't need any extra to go to straightaway center.
Does not.
Anything down, he drives the ball. He's such a tremendous hitter, and there are other organizations that are saying, what is going on with Brandon Moss? Because he's been with the Athletics last year in June forward to this point, and he has come up with some huge hits, and, of course, none bigger than tonight. But I would think, like you said, in the dugout, they're thinking, this guy's gone 9 innings, 100 pitches. He's gotten us to the point. We know the Rangers have won. Try to get him a run, and Brandon Moss is able to do that.
He did. His 19th home run of the year was a game winner here at the Coliseum. So a terrific game tonight, and the A's win it by a final score of 2-1, thanks to that swing of the bat from Brandon Moss. You've been watching A's Baseball on Comcast Sportsnet California. Don't go away. A's Postgame Live with Scott Reese and Shooty Babbitt starts right now.